This press conference today to speak primarily about unfair labour practice committed on Divakar Etugala, who is the General Secretary of the Insurance General Employees Union. Now, last week, the Insurance Corporation had summoned Divakar and they have transferred him without any justiciable cause to another location, and he was working in the insurance head office. And yesterday, when he had tried to enter the Sri Lanka Insurance Corporation to speak to his employees, because speak to his members, because he's the General Secretary of the Union, he has been blocked from entering his own workplace by the management. So we are here to ask the question, why is the Sri Lanka Insurance Corporation threatened by this union leader who has worked so consciously on behalf of his members for several years? And the simple reason is this: Sri Lanka Insurance Corporation, like Sri Lanka Telecom, is a profit-making institution, and the Ranil Wickremesinghe government is trying to sell it off. Sell a profit-making institution in order, they claim that it is to come out of this crisis. Now, there is no mandate, even by their own records, there is no mandate for them to sell state-owned assets, and particularly profit-making state-owned assets like the Sri Lanka Insurance as well as the Sri Lanka Telecom, because the government holds these properties in trust of the Sri Lankan people. So, in Sri Lanka, we have a history. This is not the first time trade union leaders have been oppressed. Trade unions have been subjected to state intimidation and oppression. You remember in the 1980s, when Sri Lanka was going through another unprecedented crisis, the JR government dismissed thousands of workers during the general strike, and it was state repression on trade union activism. Then in 2012, when the government tried to bring in a pension fund, when the Rajapaksa government tried to bring in a pension fund, free trade zone workers came out spontaneously and protested, and Roshen Chanaka was shot by the military for protesting against privatization of the EPF fund. And once again, we see this happening. Sri Lanka is in an unprecedented economic crisis, and the first people to be victimized, the first institutions to be victimized and oppressed by the state are trade unions, trade union members, and trade union leaders. So we completely condemn this unfair labor practice and this harassment and intimidation on Divakar, and we demand that he be reinstated into the head office, and we demand that he be allowed to do trade union work without intimidation and harassment from the Sri Lanka Insurance Corporation management. And we also tell the government that you are bringing in labor law reforms which is anti-worker, which is going to end up with slave-like work conditions for workers, including women, and you're also trying to privatize profit-making state-owned institutions in complete violation of the trust which you hold these properties on behalf of the people. And we as trade unions will stay together, and we will fight and we will oppose this until you stop this undemocratic and unpeople activities which the Ranil Rajapaksa government has been committing since they have come to power. Thank you.